Hello and welcome back to Sam Talks Nerdy. Hope you're happy, doing well, dominating life, having an awesome, fantastic, stupendous day. It is that time, once again, you know it, it's time for the monthly wrap up. Same as always, I look at the news for the previous month, this time May, and we have a lot to talk about, especially Marvel wise. So sit back, relax, have a drink, either alcoholic or non alcoholic, and let's get into it. Like I said, we have a lot of Marvel and MCU news. Let's start with that. We have some new additions to the Fantastic Four. We have Paul Walter Hauser, John Malkovich, Natasha Lyonne, Ralph Ineson as Galactus. Man, this cast is starting to get really, really stacked. I mean, good lord, I mean, like Ralph Ineson, John Malkovich of all people, like I think we ever get him in anything. Like, okay, so we know who Ralph Ineson is playing. He's playing Galactus, but yet the other three are to be determined. I do think Natasha Lyonne will play Alicia Masters, and John Malkovich Puppet Master, her father. And then when it comes to Paul Walter Hauser, I'm on the struggle bus to figure out who he will play. He could voice Herbie. Some people say he could play Mole Man. If he is Mole Man, then that will make 3 Fantastic Four villains in one movie. Depending if Doctor Doom appears, and then it could be 4, which I mean could be kind of fitting. Giancarlo Esposito has joined the MCU. Yeah, this just like snowballed pretty quickly because at first yeah, I'm in the MCU. It's gonna be in a project, and no one has ever like cast me as his character. And then it's quickly revealed that like he'll be in Captain America: Brave New World, or is it New World Order? I keep forgetting. And then we have our first set photo of him as this new mysterious character, and yeah, just it quickly escalated. But who could this mysterious character be? I can't think of anyone because he's wearing a trench coat with 3 knives on his front with an axe and I guess some guns. So very Blade-esque, but he's not playing Blade. So I mean he's described as an agent of chaos, so that getup, Agent of Chaos, and Captain America 4. I got nothing. We only have the set photo. Marvel is rumored to be developing a Captain Britain series, and I feel like this rumor has popped up a few times in the past of, oh, he's getting a movie, oh, he's getting a Disney Plus series, and I don't have much else to say about this because, I mean, can he hold his own, like, movie or series? I mean, to me, he's always felt like more of a secondary character of, like, he pops up in other titles. I mean, yeah, he's had some of his own series in the past, but I'm not really sure if he's, like, worthy of his own series. Also, Henry Cavill as Captain Britain. I feel like I like he could be a good little Chris Evans like replacement for Chris Evans. We have a couple of Marvel rumors from Daniel RPK. First off, it sounds like Marvel has decided on a Disney Plus series for Nova. At first, it sounded like it was going to focus on Sam Alexander, but now it sounds like it's going to focus on Richard Rider, which is my preferred Nova. I mean, my ideal Nova project is Richard Rider passing down the torch of Nova to Sam Alexander, so a whole mentor mentee kind of thing. But then again, I'll just be happy if the series is just focused on Richard Rider, then maybe in a future installment of the show, they can bring in Sam Alexander and do the whole passing of the mantle story then. The Ultimate Film Avengers 5 will be more grounded, and Secret Wars will be spread into 2 separate films. That is the move right there. Like, have Avengers 5 be used to set up the new Avengers, and then have like a little break between that and Secret Wars to kind of let the New Avengers marinate and kind of just exist, and have like Midnight Suns and whatever come out in between that and Secret Wars, and then have Secret Wars be a bigger movie, kind of like Infinity War. Because let's be real, Secret Wars it can't be told in one movie. I mean, it could, but it had to be like 3 or 4 hours long. It's being reported that Marvel is developing a Blonde Phantom Disney Plus series.
Who?
Apparently, this is a deep cut character from the comics, and they're also talking to T Swift to be playing the character. I feel like this could be like very similar to Agent Carter, but I'm not too familiar with the Blonde Phantom character, so I could be completely wrong. And I don't think the show is needed. This could be just them trying to get, Taylor Swift in the MCU with all her star power because she's like, all that and a bag of chips these days. And I don't know how to feel about that. We have a few Marvel rumors from My Time to Shine Hello, who is apparently losing some credibility now, so take that as you will. But first off, Marvel wants The Rock to play Apocalypse in the MCU. Okay, I know he was used for like concept art back during the X-Men Apocalypse days, but I just don't think he's a good fit. Plus, isn't like his contract to where like he can't lose in his movies, so I doubt he'll be willing to play a villain in the MCU unless he gets like the entire movie's budget as payment. So I'm a no go for The Rock as Apocalypse. I'm pretty sure there is someone else who can play Apocalypse. Like I'd even take Oscar Isaac again. Though he's already playing Moon Knight, so that's probably not going to happen. Next up, they shared that Marvel wants Ryan Coogler to direct the X-Men movie. And speaking of the X-Men movie, apparently Marvel has tapped Michael Leslie, who is known for writing the recent Hunger Games and the Assassin's Creed movie, to write the X-Men movie. And like I said, he's known for the new Hunger Games and Assassin's Creed, but he's also done a lot of like Shakespeare adaptations, which could lend well to the MCU X-Men. So we'll have to see. I'm going to hold judgment until the movie comes out. And when it comes to Ryan Coogler for director of the X-Men, I'm down. I love his Black Panther movies. So what's there to say? Like I am down for him to direct. Next up, they shared that Sony is developing a live-action Spider-Gwen film. Yes, this needs to happen. And okay, I'm going to jump ahead to another bit of news here, but Phil Lord and Chris Miller, the guys behind the Spider-Verse films, has been put in charge of Sony's live-action Marvel Spider-Man film. Yes, yes. Hopefully, they get things on track there over at Sony, so no more weird, unnecessary villain spin-off films that have that like don't line up continuity wise. No weird Madam Web stuff. Just give us some proper Spider-Man spin-offs. Again, I talked about this in my Madam Web video. Do a Miles Morales trilogy, do a Spider-Gwen trilogy, do a Spider-Man 2099 trilogy, and then do a huge crossover between those three characters. Boom. $1 million right there. Hire me, I will write it myself. And for our last bit of My Time to Shine news, they shared that Marvel wants to do a limited Captain America series where it's about him going, throughout time and turning the Infinity Stones. And I feel like this idea has been tossed around a lot over the years, ever since Endgame, where people are like, "Hey, let's have like a mini series focused on Captain America, returning all the Infinity Stones," and I'm down for it, mainly because I miss Chris Evans as Captain America. I really do. I miss him a lot. Nick Cage will star in the Amazon Prime Spider-Man Noir series. You honestly can't go wrong with Nick Cage, especially as Spider-Man Noir, because, like I said, I loved him in Into the Spider-Verse. But it sounds like this will be a different take on Spider-Man Noir, so this won't be like a young Peter Parker, just starting out as Spider-Man Noir. Like, the whole plot of the show is that, like, he's a, private investigator who has to kind of dwell back into his life as a former superhero. So I guess maybe he was Spider-Man Noir when he was younger, then he retired, and now he's going to come out of retirement to, fight whoever is the villain of this series. Either way, I am intrigued because I love Spider-Man Noir, I love Nick Cage, and this could be fun. Forward to Outs from CC, we will see Doc Ock and Green Goblin return to the MCU to fight Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And instead, they will be played by new actors, which does make sense because, it'd be kind of weird to have, them be played by Alfred Molina and William Defoe, or Willem Dafoe. And I don't know how I would pull it off. As was said in No Way Home, Oscorp doesn't exist, so I guess in between No Way Home and whenever Spider-Man 4 happens, I guess Oscorp will be established then. And when it comes to Doctor Octopus, I honestly wouldn't mind if he was like Peter's college professor or something like that, or maybe like a mentor similar to the Insomniac games. I think that could be pretty cool and it led to some very emotional moments. But I also still hope we get some villains we haven't seen yet, like, oh, I don't know, Scorpion. I really hope the rumor of him appearing in Spider-Man 4 is true because it's time. Like, get to Scorpion. Like, he's been waiting since freshman year. And according to Murphy's Multiverse, Hawkeye will be getting a season 2 once again set during Christmas. And apparently they're looking for a big name to play Hawkeye's brother. And I always thought Hawkeye was one of the more solid Disney Plus TV shows. I enjoyed it. And I'll be down for a season 2. Plus apparently this is said to be like very die-hardy or slash raidy, where it's all set in one building during one day or one, I guess, period of time. George Miller shared that he would direct Thor 5 if given the chance. I would also be interested to see what he could do with Thor, being a good palate cleanser from Taika Waititi. And this could be his chance to finally do a superhero film since he wanted to direct Justice League, but then all the strikes happened back in 2007. And yeah, so I will be down for him to direct Thor 5. Now with all the Marvel news out of the way, let's get to some DCU news. We have our first look at David Cornsweet as Superman, and I already covered my thoughts in a previous video, which I will have somewhere on screen here or in the description. But to kind of summarize what I said, I like it, but I don't like it. I think it's just like, it's not our ideal first look. It's just him sitting down, putting his boots on, battle damaged suit, dirty, like, I think we all want him to be like, standing up, posed, all Superman-y. So hopefully we'll get some set photos that will, change some tunes. James Gunn also low-key confirmed that Deathstroke will be in the DCU. How was not disclosed, but if I had to guess, either it would be in Teen Titans Project, or maybe in something Batman related, or what I really hope for is his own solo film with Joe Manganiello. I am still upset that the DCU film was canceled because that would have been awesome. And lastly, Frank Grillo will appear in Peacemaker Season 2 as Rick Flag Sr. I figured that this would happen with the whole news of, oh, hey, we're going to see a character from Christian Commandos appear in another DCU project. And I was like, it's going to be Frank Grillo in Peacemaker Season 2 because, I mean, hello, it's him going to encounter the man who killed his son. That's going to be very interesting. Don't know if he'll be like the main villain of the series. He'll just be sort of like giving Peacemaker a very hard time. We'll have to see. I'm still very excited. We also have our first look at Batman Caped Crusader, the new upcoming Batman animated series from Bruce Timm, Matt Reeves, and J.J. Abrams, and I am very excited. I love Batman animated series. I love the DCAU in general. What it is, I want to do like a whole DCAU rewatch on the channel, and just like this is a more grounded Batman the animated series. Like this is literally like the successor to Batman the animated series, and I mean all these first looks have me excited. I mean like Clayface, this new spin on Harley Quinn. I definitely plan to do my, little short reviews when these episodes come out. So actually, apparently they're all going to come out like at the same time. So we're gonna have to. I might do a season review then. But either way, I am going to review this series one way or another. Like I am very excited. And lastly, Nicholas Galtazin has been cast as He-Man for the upcoming Masters of the Universe movie. Not my ideal choice for He-Man, but we'll see. Like I'm into someone like Zac Efron or Alan Richardson, but he could surprise us. I mean, like look at Devin Cornsweet. He had a massive glow up. I think that there's been history of that where like actors they cast and people are like, oh no, they're not gonna do a good job, and then they completely just show off. Like they just proven wrong, and honestly that's pretty fun to watch. But what I think is most important about this movie is the story. Get the story right, and this could be a franchise. Like, okay, I have some experience with Masters of the Universe, not like massive, huge. I grew up watching this. I mean, He-Man has had a presence throughout my life with my uncle, and then the memes. So I know about Masters of the Universe, and I've always thought like this could be a film franchise. Sadly now these days, a franchise means a movie or movies, and then unwanted spinoffs like a Skeletor spinoff, a Evil Lynch spinoff, Manor spinoff, blah 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 blah. It's like honestly, hopefully they keep it to just movies. And honestly, we're in like this weird era of 80s cartoons getting movies. I mean, Transformers has been going on for a while now. And now they do like a Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover, which I am a huge G.I. Joe kid. I love G.I. Joe. And then, like, hopefully, if this film is a success, we could get some GI Joe films again. That could also be a good film franchise that also could pull off some solo series. And then, of course, we have Thundercats with Adam Wingard, which is very exciting because, like, apparently the new Godzilla Kong film was really fun, and that could be applied to Thundercats. And well, like I said, I'm a GI Joe kid. I didn't watch He-Man growing up. I didn't watch Thundercats growing up, but they have had a presence in my life. So I do care about these properties one way or another, and I will definitely plan to watch these movies when they come out, and maybe I'll watch their shows around when they're getting close to coming out, and maybe do some reviews. Not not sure about the OG He-Man, but I do like the O2 He-Man. That's a really good show, and I do recommend it. Alrighty, that'll be it for this episode of Sam Talks Nerdy. Thank you for watching or listening. If you're listening via my podcast, if you're listening via my podcast, make sure to follow me on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave me a 5-star rating and a good review where you can. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure to comment your favorite bit of news, comment what you're looking forward to. Are you looking forward to Fantastic Four, He-Man? How would you pull off a He-Man film, etc.? Also, make sure to subscribe. And until next time, have a stay well, stay healthy, and I will see you or talk to you next time. Peace out.